Hey everybody, welcome back to my my live stream that I don't do very often. Thank you for joining me. And for all those people out there who are celebrating Pride, I will leave you, before I get into it, I will leave you with this little factoid of information. Um, Chicks with dicks are not chicks. As a matter of fact, they are dicks who look like chicks. And speaking of dicks, I have a special guest with me today. He is the co-host of the Hollywood Morgue podcast. He's a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Doc J. Hold on, let me just. Hi, how are you?
Hey, everybody. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers and substitute fathers out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day. I forgot about that. I didn't even think about it.
What I'm here for.
Father's Day, yes. Happy Father's Day for a father to your father, or whoever is watching this right now.
And now I said this last year and it offended a lot of people. I said to all the single mothers out there, happy Father's Day because you are the father of your kids. And people were like, that's what Mother's Day is for. I'm like, well, on Mother's Day, I say to all the single fathers out there, happy Mother's Day because you are their mother as well. I'm fair and equal now.
Right, yeah. Do you like my little segue there?
I like it.
I thought it was funny. It sounded funnier in my head, but now that I say it, makes me sound mean.
Well, what are they going to do? Cancel you?
Right. I know. Not like I haven't said anything worse before. But yes, for chicks with dicks are not in fact chicks, but a matter of fact, they are dicks who look like chicks. And speaking of dicks, hi Doc, how are you today?
Don't worry, I'm not getting wasted.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually have not had a drink in a bit. I was all professional all week.
Nice.
Saturday, I had a daddy-daughter dance at my club because due to an unspecified virus of unspecified origins, a lot of school events have been canceled. They canceled a lot of school dances. And they always have a father-daughter dance and a mother-son dance in this community.
Right.
Apparently, I didn't know. I don't go to school. My kids don't go to school here.
You're right.
But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do one. I will shut my bar down for the night. All these little girls can get dressed up. And when I say little girls, I'm talking actual little girls. Like, I think we had 6 to 12-year-olds generally.
I say underage, like under. That sounds weird.
Right.
Yeah, but these little girls all dressed up.
Wearing pretty little dresses, dancing with their dads, wearing, suits or business clothes. And
the dads are wearing dresses as well.
Yeah, they should have. But yeah, it was a great time. I made about $130 for the night, when typically I'd make $500 or $600. But you know what? Good for the community. I'm here for the kids.
It is good. That's good for the community. It's good for people who are trying to get things back to a little sense of normality, if that's the right word.
Right.
And it helps parents out because it's like people who are looking forward to that kind of stuff, like prom. Like for us, we had a prom. Everybody has one, but they had to change it up because of COVID and everything, and so there was no school proctored prom. Like there was definitely teachers there who were part of the school, but it was put on by a parent and everything. And so it's good for the parents to do that for the kids, and it's good for the students to kind of get closure with that kind of stuff, because people last year, they didn't have one because they had to go work online. So thankfully we were lucky enough to have a prom, and I could say I went to my prom even though all this shit was going on. So yeah, that's awesome. That is great. And
I am very, very glad you got a prom. That is awesome.
Now, I'm not
prom
saying
sucks, but
it does.
You got your prom.
And now that I'm not old enough to drink, but let's just say I had a little bit of little bit of some of the sauce, some of that spicy sauce you have at events that are not monitored. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
I'm not sure what you mean.
and I had some. I had, you know, those little cocktail cups you have, those little cocktail cups you can get at like at drinks. Yeah, yeah. I had about two of those of absolute piss, absolute vodka, and what's the name of the brand? Just pretty much
Right.
that, and then yeah, that was basically my prom. I danced a little bit. We danced to the what do you call it? Soldier Boy, the crank that Soldier Boy song.
Yeah.
Yes, that was our dance. That was the dance I danced to. It was mainly rap music. I had no idea the words for, and everybody was not dancing like, you know, dancing like, is that unusual? They're not dancing, you know, like normal people. They're dancing like they were trying to get it on the dance floor in the middle of everybody.
Oh yeah.
And so that was not fun, but I had a good time. I had a good time. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad I had my prom. It was cool. I won't have another one, so I'm glad I went to it.
Well, you can't always go to another one. I went to more than one, even after I was out of school. My first wife was younger than me.
Yeah. How much did you buy
So
her
there's
for?
that. Oh no, this was a nice Jewish girl.
Oh, that'll be 5 pennies. Got you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Um, but anyway, but yes, this is called the Non-Pandering Pride Stream, because we're not pandering to, um, we're not pandering to anybody. We're just like, hey, it's cool. It's Pride Month, you know.
Yeah.
But that's not the focus point of this whole stream. You know, we're talking about whatever we want, whoever we want, however we want. So we'll call
I
people.
do have an upcoming stream that I think fits in Pride Month.
What?
Now, as I like to talk about often, I'm a member of a veterans organization, and I run a bar that is part of a veterans organization.
Mhm.
My local organization elected a female to be the first commander in this locality's history, first ever.
Mhm.
So when we go to this big national convention, we're meeting senators and congressmen and all these important people. They keep saying, "Oh, is this your wife?" "No, this is my commander." "Oh, are you here for the Ladies Auxiliary?" "No, she's a commander." And it did leave a little bit of a bad taste in people's mouths. So I am organizing a stream where I'm going to get a bunch of female veterans together and fucking celebrate women can be badasses too.
That is absolutely correct.
Which is not pandering because, you know, I'm not trying to get brownie points. I got a little bit of a platform and it's an excuse to talk to badass women. I have badass daughters and I like badass women.
Yes. He puts that on his dating profile too. In case you're
I do.
interested. But anyway, but yeah, you know, Pride Month it's good for people to come out, to the family. It's good for people who feel like they can be accepted by, you know, a larger group of people, and they don't have to feel so sheltered. And so this month is good for that reason. But it is subject to ridicule in a sense that people who are involved in the Pride festivities tend to go a little overboard and make a more of a fool of themselves than they do to help anything. We have Pride to commemorate the events at Stonewall. We have it to commemorate the HIV, you know, progress with HIV and AIDS
Which
research.
I hate to jump in on this, but I just want to point out many years after it was named HIV, a certain Dr. Fauci was still calling it by a very homophobic name.
What was
if
that
you
called?
remember that. What was it? Graft. Uh, the gay reactive infect. Yeah, Grid. Like 3 years after they were calling it HIV, he was still putting
Wow.
out stories about Grid, and he actually said you should isolate gay members of your family. Just
Yeah,
saying.
and you're letting this guy tell you what to do. You should wear 2 masks. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hashtag cancel Dr. Fauci. You learned it here on the live
On
stream, the
Splattervision.
non-pandering, right? Yes, on Splattervision. But I'm sure people know that, but they're not gonna bring it up because
Right.
he's a good guy. He's for everybody. Um. So, are you I can't tell if they're. Yeah, it's a public stream. I was like, I haven't had anybody comment. There's 2 people watching. I don't know if that's us or whatever, but
It
yeah.
isn't me. I do know. Uh, oh, what is your YouTube name, buddy?
I don't know.
I forget his name. And I'm not going to say his real name.
Fruit salad. Yummy,
He
yummy.
is watching.
You're talking about
And-
Video Creep? Oh,
No. I don't know his YouTube name. I know him in real life. I just found out he had a YouTube channel.
cool.
And I can't remember what his YouTube name is. Sorry.
That's all
You
right.
should comment.
Yeah, if you're watching my stream right now, please comment. Say hi. Say Cottonhead and Ninny Buggins, and you get a like from me. That's funny. But yes, no, I think we should commemorate Pride Month for AIDS, for research on the AIDS epidemic that was going on at the time, and it was an epidemic because it just kind of just happened, and it's kind of more like the coronavirus. It killed a lot of people.
People were more worried about pointing fingers with AIDS than they were educating and helping.
Right.
Doctors refusing to see patients.
Right, and it was what do you call it? Like I said, nobody's perfect. The world, our world isn't perfect, and people. I think people were trying to protect themselves. They were trying to protect themselves because they didn't know what was going to happen. And they didn't know how contagious it was. Kind of like with COVID and everything. We know now that COVID is survivable, just like AIDS, HIV, and AIDS is survivable and everything. People have died from it.
Now,
Yeah.
if you are a black basketball player who owns a baseball team in LA, AIDS is untouchable. Magic Johnson, never going to get him.
Right. Well,
Dude retired because of AIDS and then came out of retirement. Played another season.
What team does he own?
Oh, he owns a little tiny piece of the Dodgers.
Nice. The LA Dodgers, no longer the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Tiny piece.
And Alan B just into the chat. I'm not gonna say this, Alan B. What's up? How you doing?
She is a little drunk or a little hungover.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, she was singing some karaoke. She even gave an accidental lap dance.
Hot. Yep, sounds like
By
my
that,
grandma.
she
on a
was
Friday
dancing.
night.
She was
And was on
dancing
your
and
lap?
singing, and backed up too far and accidentally gave someone a lap dance.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yep. That's good. Alan. It's nice to get that you're having fun. Hear that you're having fun and everything. Tell us, what are your thoughts on Pride Month? If anybody's commenting, if anybody comes to the chat, I would love to hear your opinions on Pride Month. Try to keep it positive as much as possible, but if you have anything you don't like about it, you think it's pandering, please let us know, because it's always good to hear other people's opinions about it. My opinion is a lot of it is pandering to companies. I think right now we watch Paramount on we have DirecTV, and Paramount, the logo is a rainbow flag or whatever on the TV and everything, and I'm like, yeah.
Which means when Paramount puts out movies in the Middle East,
It's
Do
not.
they
It
fly the
isn't.
rainbow flag?
No. That's because of a certain belief system.
Right. Which again, I'm not judging anyone, but
No.
you don't get to be nice to the face and then mean to the back. Nope. Either stand up and fucking say what you mean, or shut the fuck up. Don't say, this is what I believe to this group, and this is what I believe to this group. Nope.
Right. Yeah. I think. Well, I don't think they should do it at all. I think it's kind of, like I said, pandering just a little bit. It doesn't do any good. It's just like a. It's just a logo.
It
I think
waters it
YouTube.
down.
Yeah. Um, we should be talking about people like Harvey Milk, talking about people like I can't think of anyone's right now. People like Magic Christine. I think it's Christine Jorgensen. She was the first female or first male to female person to ever get a sex change, I believe. They made a movie. They made a movie about it. And everything. Talk about people who are pioneers of this kind of stuff and who really got the movement moving forward. There are people. I bring up Ed Wood because Ed Wood was, I think, a bit of a
He was a
pioneer.
transvestite.
Yeah, he was, and
I
for a
don't
lot of
mean in a bad way. I mean the actual
no,
word.
exactly. Yes, he dressed up as a woman, not for any. It wasn't for sexual gratification. I don't believe. I don't believe. I think recording, but people know he did dress up as a woman. He has a movie called Glenn or Glenda, and he is a transvestite, and he stars in the movie. Now, Ed Wood is not passable, and honest opinion, he's not a passable woman. He definitely stands out. But the movie came out. That movie came out in the 50s, and him as a male dressing up as a woman, and in the 50s is definitely a pioneer into the LGBT movement. Plus, he has another cast member played the head alien or head what do you call it? A Martian? I don't remember exactly, but the head alien of the group, Bunny Breckenridge. He was a makeup artist and on the
Right.
show, and he wanted to get an actual sex change, but unfortunately that couldn't happen for him. But I think Ed was definitely a pioneer of that movement, and I think it did a lot of good because I think people should really look into it. Because he was brave enough to do that in 1952, 53, whenever that movie came out. Because Plan 9 didn't come out till 59, so it had to have been before that. So it would have been like 54 or something like that. And so, definitely, if you don't know who Ed Wood is, they made a movie about it with Johnny Depp called Ed Wood. But he made movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Terrible movies, but
yeah, terrible
balls of
movies.
steel.
Yes, balls of
He
steel.
fucking
And
did it his way.
he was a pioneer. Not only was he a pioneer in that sense for LGBT culture, but he was a pioneer in that he was independent filmmaking. He didn't have the funds like Hollywood for the Hollywood backing to make his movies. So he went and did it himself. He made his own movies, and now he's become more popular than ever. But people like the Cinemassacre on YouTube and just different channels talking about him, bringing up his work, his good work, his bad work. And I think there has been some movies that he's wrote that people are trying to get made into screenplays and stuff like that,
Oh,
which
that
is
would
really
be
cool.
awesome.
So yeah, a lot of guts that he had to make that kind of stuff, make those kind of movies, or make that movie back in the time it was. Unfortunately, Ed Wood has passed away since then. He passed away. He was making adult films close to the end of his life because he couldn't, since he had to pay the bills, And
Right.
I think it's sad how some people that where they come from, or like he was never like big, and then he kind of fell off.
Right.
But that's what he was reduced to because he couldn't make the movies he wanted to make. But I think if you haven't looked him up, I think you should look him up. And I think you should watch one of my favorites. Hold on, I don't know if it's over here. One of my favorite movies about an LGBT figure is Harvey Milk, the movie Milk with Sean Penn, which he does a very good job in it.
Powerful movie.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. Well, this link you sent me in the private tab,
Yes.
will that take me to another tab? Okay, it did. Shit.
It is a YouTube video that I made. This is in November, so had nothing to do with Pride Month. It was just, I'm a huge fan of Paul Lynde. Who? He was on the Hollywood Squares for years. Who? He was on Bewitched as the weird uncle. Who? Just some gay dude from the 60s who's hilarious. All right, deal with it. I make 30-minute video? Yeah, 28-minute video on this guy. I know I'm plugging myself, but dude is a gay. Oh, he's a fucking comedy legend who just happens to be gay and didn't really hide it either. It was obvious to the world, and he just played it up. Wasn't like Liberace lying about it. Nope.
Right. Yeah, Liberace. They made a movie about Liberace too. It has Matt Damon, and it has not Kirk Douglas, Michael Douglas as Liberace. Looks nothing like Liberace, but
no.
He I would say cancel Michael Douglas because he's a white man playing a Mexican, or he's playing a Latin-esque person because Liberace was Liberace. Well, he wasn't. He probably wasn't Mexican, but he's a Spanish.
Isn't he like Italian? He's Spanish.
What the fuck ever? It doesn't matter. Ethnic. What is liber?
Alan is both hungover and still a little drunk.
Oh, what is he?
So Alan said she hates people being an ass to others. She has a lot of gay friends, and I can attest. She has a lot of gay friends. And it's sad till now people are being mean. Now, with all this cancel culture and shit like that, I would like to specify she's not an English speaker as her primary language. So people that are transgender in her part of the world are just called gay. It's just, oh, they're gay. No, they also don't really say he and she either. Like, it's pretty different language there.
Hi.
If that helps. I believe you're back. Somewhat.
Yeah. Sorry. Can you see me? Am I alive?
Yes. You are 100% back.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry. No, my internet stopped for a second. It's like, shit, what do you call it? Did the internet went down again? But no, it's good. Sorry about that.
Oh, only thing you missed was I just read Alan's comment and explained how in her country, transgender people are called gay. They also don't really say he and she very much. It's
okay.
It's a language thing, so don't cancel a motherfucker.
Why are you gay? But no, yeah. I think that is good. Hold on. She goes, I hate people being an asshole to people. I have a lot of gay friends. It's sad, even till now, that people are still being mean. Yeah, that is very much true. I think a lot of the hate has kind of died down a little bit when it comes to LGBTQ acceptance. There are still people out there who don't accept it. And like I said, that's 100% their opinion, you know? It's the people who are just, I mean, they don't I say accept it, but they don't they're not out there waving, signs and everything like "burn the gays" or anything like that. But they just kind of like quiet about it. They don't.
I believe, in my humble, correct opinion, that people are more accepting of homosexuals now than they have been in hundreds of years.
Yeah.
However, I think they are less accepting of trans community than they have been in, I think, the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. They were more accepting of trans people than they are now. Also, the alphabet community suffers with people that are like, I'm paleosexual, I'm ambisexual, I'm like general people, older people, people that aren't part of the community, that aren't familiar with the community. It's like, okay, do you like boys or girls? Well, what do you mean boys or girls? I mean, I like their soul. Okay, so you're bi. Bi, you're assuming that that's the shit that causes people to go, you know what? Fuck all you weirdos.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it that way because people are more accepting of things than they have been. But people are pushing the envelope more. And they're being a little more combative about it than they were in the past. I think that might set us back a little bit.
Well, I think people just don't understand, especially people who've never been taught or grew up like knowing all this stuff. They don't understand it because they've never been taught it, and so you can't almost automatically assume that everybody knows whatever the fuck they know. Because, well, it's like somebody who's what do you call it? Who watches football, right? I know people who love football. They know everything there is to know about football, right? They watch football, they play football, they know it. Okay, but people have their. What is that?
I'm sorry.
What do you have?
I bought a stylus and it has a lacer on it. And I just play with it sometimes.
Nice. We got them in our sights. Take them out.
Can you hear my bird?
No. I can hear it now.
He is not happy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry, about football, like people who love football, right? But then somebody's like, oh, well, such and such is like the best, like one of the best running back of all time. When somebody's like, we don't know, someone's like, well, yeah, well, such and such is a good running back. Who's such and such? So you don't know about who such and such? Well, then you're not a real fan. Well, it's like I've never heard about that, and all that stuff. I think people don't know, or it's like I think assuming gender or assume you're just doing it to be disrespectful. Right. I think it helps if somebody doesn't know. So if I call somebody, if I called somebody she, it looks like if they look like a girl, and all this stuff, they look like a girl, and I say, oh, you and her, and then they get mad at me for saying her, and I didn't know it was a her, or what they identify as. Am I at fault, or would I need to be educated? But
Ben
not like
Grimm. The bird is the word.
But not interrogated. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like Alan will say, your friend, is she okay? And I'm like, my friend with the hairy chest and the big beard? Yeah, he's fine. Oh yeah. Sorry, we don't really separate it that way. Is she?
Right.
She's just fucking. Now, I won't say the words because it's not my channel. My grandmother, 90 plus years old. And she's from, like, she grew up with no running water, shitting in an outhouse. She was born before cars were invented. All right.
Old.
She's no longer alive. But she's like in her 90s, and we're having a conversation. She said, I just don't understand why everyone's got to be so mean to those, a mean word for gay people.
Faggots.
Everyone that I've known has all been, they've all been good to me. I mean, I don't like what they do, but I don't like Brussels sprouts either. And she said, and the same thing with the racist word for black people. I never understood why they didn't want to let them go to school with the white folks. It just ain't right. You ought to treat the offensive word for gay people and offensive word for black people like you would anyone else, because they're just like us.
Yeah, and don't feel obligated to have to censor yourself, because everybody knows what the context of what you're saying. Anybody who comes in later might not, but like if they watch this back, they'll know the context of what you're saying. So,
but there's a group of people that be like, "What a horrible racist," and then there's people like, "Wow, fucking, you're an adult during the Great Depression. You were very much an adult during the Civil Rights Movement, and you are located in the wrong part of the country to be open-minded like that."
Right, yeah.
So, yeah. And, that's my family. They may say bad things, but at least some of them are decent people.
Right. And I think like I said, context is key when it comes to some things. Like, like what was it? I was on a stream the other day with you, and I think you know what I was saying. You were on a stream with the guy, I forget his name.
Very similar name, Slasher.
There we go.
Slasher McSplitter.
I was on the stream with y'all and
the mental
everything.
Health stream, yes.
Yes, and we were talking about people who have different political beliefs and how extreme their beliefs can go and everything. And
right.
I made a joke, and I will not censor myself.
Right.
I will not censor myself. I said jokingly, "Wow, he sounds like a faggot," as a joke.
And he had no clue. He was just like, "Wait a minute," and I'm like, "Wait. Here's some context. Right. You got to understand a little bit." And then I said the word.
Right. Exactly. And everything.
By the way, hello, Tracy.
Yes, and hello, Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm.
The bird is the word.
You orange son of a bitch. Too many people think that Twitter is a real world. Twitter is not the real world. Twitter is full of a bunch of keyboard warriors and a bunch of salty cunts who don't know how to interact with people in real life, so they complain about it on a platform instead of facing people face to face and talking about the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And most people wouldn't act like they do on Twitter in the real world. That is exactly correct. Yes. And yes, so my grandparents are the same way as your grandparents were. They're not as old, but there was times where they said stuff like that. I have a cousin, or I have an aunt of sorts, and her kids, my cousins, are black. They're mixed. They're both they both look black, but their mom's white, dad's black.
Right.
Got it. And when she was younger, my grandparents were not as accepting of a mixed relationship. Right. That was just the time. That was the late 80s, and it was like, oh, they had mixed relationships before that. Yes, they did, but they were also grew up in a different time where that really wasn't accepted in a sense.
It took time and effort to bring them up to speed.
Right.
And teach them.
And they're telling a story. My aunt brought her boyfriend, who was black. I'm not going to say African American because I don't know where he's from, so he's black.
Right.
He's black.
Charlize Theron is African American.
Yes.
Dave Matthews, African American. Elon Musk, African American. Will Smith, Pennsylvania American.
Yes, right.
For the
So
record.
he's black. Yes, he's black. He's not African American. He could have been from Africa. I don't know, but he is African American, or he's black. Sorry, damn it. Now I'm getting confused. Anyway,
Egypt is in Africa.
yes, he could be Egyptian. Gal Gadot is an African American
African American.
or African Israel. I don't know.
Israeli American?
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
that'd be African American.
Yeah. Anyway, she brought her boyfriend to a basketball game that they were at. My great grandparents, who I love them. They're great, fantastic. She brought her boyfriend, who was black, to this game, and they saw that, and they were not as accepting about it. And context for anybody who wants to cancel
Right.
me. Context. Watch the video back. Go back a couple minutes. Context. There we go. Giving you a warning. They brought her boyfriend to the game and introduced it to everybody. Guessing the guy was nice. They're not together anymore, obviously. My great grandpa, he said, "Get that nigger out of here." Chased him out of the building and started chasing him down the parking lot. And he got yelling at my aunt, because she was yelling. So he said, started screaming at him. And she,
And
you
this
know,
is
frick-
Texas.
this is Texas, yes, obviously. And people are like, "Oh, of course it's Texas." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, try Georgia, assholes.
Right, yeah. Or Kentucky,
Yeah. Fuck that shithole.
cunt. Just kidding. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, no, he yelled at him, "Get that nigger out of here," and started chasing him down the parking lot. Now, I have two cousins. They're kids when they're both black. One of them actually has a son. His name is Cairo. He is
Nice
probably a
name.
year old.
That's an African name.
Hey, he's a year old now, I think, or he's about to be a year old. And yeah, so they were talking about it, or they were talking about everything, but they're accepting
I
about
like
it
that
now.
name.
And like I said, they have,
They
he has
stumbled.
they changed their ways. They're obviously accepting about it right now. It's same with what do you call it? What do you call it with gay marriage? They don't know about my predicament, at least I don't think. But they were talking about it the
I
other
like how you
day.
say predicament. It is
Yeah.
a predicament because you have wonderful people who you love, and you have to worry about, are they going to accept you? They love you. They know you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have no worries that they're gonna like exile me. Like, we're gonna pray the gay away, Lord, save this child. Anyway, but
it is a little scary. At least to me.
is, and it is kind of scary. And I think it's for anybody who's in the same situation. Not saying mine's worse or better than
Right.
anybody else's, but I think it's for anybody.
It's not
who
a
thinks-
contest.
No, it's not. But but anyway, they were talking about it, and they'll say, "Well, I don't understand." I was like, they're talking about TV and everything. There's a lot of stuff, representation on TV about gay culture and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't understand. Well, all these faggots on TV and everything, and I'm just like, that's just the way culture is now. There's too many faggots on TV. It's a disease. We need to get rid of. We need to eradicate them now.
Yeah, if they only knew who all the actors in the 60s and 70s were all homos too.
Right, I know. John Wayne. Just kidding. I don't know.
No,
Probably not.
he liked
Probably
Mexicans.
Not John Wayne. Probably not John Wayne.
But John Wayne did like the brown.
Yes, and that could have been a problem too for people. And I think for some people it's still a problem now, especially
Some people that love John Wayne would have been like, "Nah, he wouldn't have married one of them." Yeah,
Right.
he did. And he
Well, I
liked
think what is it? And it's not. Sometimes now it's not even just what do you call it? White families who are not accepting of mixed race. It's the other family who does not accept mixed race. Be like a white guy with a black girl or a Mexican girl.
There's a great Bernie Mac movie with Ashton Kutcher, and it's a perfect reversal. Guess who's coming to dinner? It's an old movie from the 70s that's kind of serious about this white chick brings a brother home to meet the family. And she doesn't give him a heads up like, "Hey, by the way, my fiance, He can throw a spear. It's a reference from MASH TV show.
Oh God.
There's a
Context. Thank you.
there's a quarterback on the MASH movie, Spear Chucker Jones. That's his name. He's a hero. But they reversed it and had black chick bring home a white boy.
Which was Ashton.
And the dad was not pleased.
Right.
The mom wasn't pleased either.
Well, what do you call it? Crazy Rich Asians. It's a family, both Asian descent. Both characters are, but one of them's from a higher wage gap, and one of them from a lower wage gap, and so there's some clashes in between. One of them thinks they're better than the other because they have more money, they have more this, whatever, and one of them.
See, they missed the window.
What?
They could have had some Korean family, right? And their daughter brings home a Filipino boy. And I go, oh no. Or a Japanese family. And the daughter brings home a Korean boy. Oh no. Because, sorry to burst the bubble, but Alan can explain. They don't all get along. They're not all the exact same. They don't even speak the same language.
Right. Yeah.
For the record.
No, I mean that's true. That's true. You know, and for people saying who say you don't know the difference between Japanese and Chinese by looking at them. No. Call me racist. Right. Call me whatever the fuck you want to.
By the way, can you tell me the difference between Norwegian and Polish by looking at them? Also, and for everyone that's like, oh, white European. Really? Because I'm pretty sure the Franks and the fucking Celts are nothing alike. Different languages, different cultures, different religions, entirely different. It's not the same. Right. Just like Africa, Moroccans, Egyptians, and fucking Madagascar, Zaire, not all the same.
Right.
Yeah. Racist.
Right. Or what do you call it? I think it was somebody on Twitter. It's funny bringing Twitter up again for Ben out there, but people on Twitter. Somebody on Twitter said that, after it was after something, and somebody made comments like, "Oh yeah, it was the mask thing. It was the mask mandate, the lifting the mask mandate," and somebody said, "All them Trumpers out there getting rid of masks, don't want to wear masks." I'm like, I think that's most people. They don't really want to wear masks. You know, it's not just all them Trump supporters don't want to wear masks.
They clearly didn't read Fauci's emails where he openly told his family, "Yeah, you don't have to wear a mask. It's fine. Masks don't do anything." I am not saying that. I would never say that. I'm only quoting Dr. Fauci.
Right. Dr. Fauci, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christo.
Tracy Kelly, hello. Glad you are joining us. She jumped on a stream with me once a while back. It was a drunk stream.
Oh, nice.
Totally unrelated topic. I know someone who is a white female who married a black gentleman who's very nice, very funny, by the way, I want to point out, at a veterans organization, not mine, but a different one that's located to the south of me by about 45 minutes. And they removed this lovely person from their organization because she married a brother.
That's not good.
That person is a regular of mine and always welcome, as is her husband, in my establishment. In fact, very welcome and wanted.
Yep. Trace, sorry you had to hear all the stuff we were talking about, but we're just trying to hopefully bring some light and being honest here. Like I said, ask anything you want about anything. That's why we do these. That's why we do the streams and everything. We don't want to hide
Mhm.
from you. It's better to be real. It's better to be um, it's, it's better to be real than it is to be fake. You know, once you fake, if you're always going to be fake, then if you're always going to be fake, then the real you will come out eventually. You know, so if you are nice, if you're nice in person, if you're nice in person, then if you're nice on camera, then you should be nice in person. You know, like I said, all the stuff you see on here, it's I think it's both of us. I think it's honestly the most purest version of ourselves. You know, we're not trying to. I don't think we're trying to portray anything. We're not trying to be cool
If
guys,
we were, we would portray much more marketable versions of ourselves.
right? Right. Yeah. Like Bill Burr. I think Bill Burr's a good example. I think he's honest. He gets a lot of flack for being honest, but at least he's honest. He's real. People respect him for it. People hate him for it, but people can respect him for it in other ways because he's real. He's not trying to make everybody. He's not trying to be what do you call it? He's not trying to make everybody feel the same.
And I do not agree with Bill Burr on a lot of stuff. And he does not agree with me on a lot of stuff. But you know what? I guarantee we could sit down, talk shit to each other, and get along just fine.
Mhm.
Because you don't have to agree with everyone. I have friends on both political aisles. In fact, I can guarantee there is a Trump supporter and a Trump hater watching this video right now. And neither one is going to shit on either of us, regardless of what we think on that.
Right.
Because it's not worth it.
Right. And I mean, I'm sure some of you. The fuck was that?
I'm cracking a window, and
Oh,
uh, soda bottle fell down.
oh, something broke.
No, it just fell down.
Yeah.
Let me move these away from the window.
I think what do you call it? I think giving authentic versions of ourselves, that's only the best thing you can do. Because like I said, if you're fake to people, if you're fake to people on camera, then you're gonna be fake in real life. You know, I would hope if people saw me, they watch my videos and they saw me in real life, I would hope they say I was a nice guy. You know, everybody has bad days. I think everybody has bad days. But um, if people saw me in real life, I'd hope they'd say, "Oh, he was really nice." And same with Doc. I'd be like, "Oh, Doc was really nice." They'll be like, "Yeah." Or if you think I'm an asshole, if you think I'm an asshole on here, and you think I'm an asshole in real life, I say, "Oh, I didn't disappoint you." You know.
I have a very, very dear friend who I actually had dinner with today. My dear friend lost her father in December. It was Father's Day, so I invited my friend over to have a meal for Father's Day. They passed, but I did invite, so I'm counting that. And this person they struggle with their gender identity. And I, being the asshole that I am, constantly refer to my old soldier as a tranny. Military, we shit talk each other. I am so awful to my friends. If you see us from the outside, you're like, you guys clearly hate each other. Oh no, that's one of my favorite people in the world. You just threatened. Oh yeah, it's there's something wrong with us, but we like each other.
I think it's context. I think context is a big thing about it. It's like I said, if somebody sees this video and they hear me say the story about my aunt and what I said, context, go back a couple minutes, you know? So,
Well, I am at this political convention, and I am speaking with, I'm not going to say the name because this is a politician, a non heterosexual female veteran in politics who is a chief of staff of a major government thing, deputy chief of staff, running for an office. And in my hotel room, there's a group of us, and we're all pounding shots. And I am arguing with her.
yeah, pounding shots, pounding something else. She.
No, I don't know if she would kill me before her wife would kill me,
No.
but I would have been dead if I was. Plus, that's just weird. But no, we were sitting there just having a heated debate on, things such as gender roles and sexism and misogyny, misandry, and we're just heated fucking debate. And then it goes, oh, by the way, I was just thinking, you're about to have your actual wedding ceremony. Have you thought about? And then we start talking about who's going to wear what colors, and we just get in a long conversation, just wonderful conversation, and then go, oh yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, back to viciously fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because damn it, you don't have to agree. But I don't know quite what point that was, other than
No, I think it's perfectly fine. It's like people can be at odds with each other. They can be, what do you call it? They like, oh, you don't know this, you know what you're talking about, you're a piece of shit and everything. And then it can change like that. It's some people are just like that. They don't let bad conversations ruin their life and their relationships with people. It's like I've had so many bad conversations with my family members and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't let that change me. We forgive and forget, like people say, forgive and forget. I think that's the best thing we could do as people, especially the parents.
Cute goth girl gamer, thank you for jumping in. Sorry.
Hi. Anyway, that's all right. That's all right.
When I see comments come up, I want to comment. Just be glad I can't click on them, or I'd bring them up and show them like I do on my streams.
There we go. Yeah. Hey.
Now, if you're not familiar with who she is, don't write the name down because it'll change in 3 days.
Right. No, that's true. I've kept mine. I think my name when I first started was more of a placeholder than anything, and I wasn't sure if I was going to change it or not. So I think I'm just sticking with it. It's what everybody's most familiar with. It's easy to remember, But I think for anybody who's had and relating this to pride, for anybody who's gone through difficulties with parents talking about pride and or transitioning, for people who are trans and other stuff, they've had conversations with their parents that have ended bad. Forgive and forget. Parents will say stuff that they don't mean, in a moment and everything, or they'll say a hurtful thing, to you. But it's like forgive and forget. I'm sure you've said it stuff to your parents. You probably didn't care for saying. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But then you feel bad. I've done it. I think everybody's done it. Um, like I said, forgive and forget. Most people don't change, but if you're what do you call it? Willing to grow, willing to forgive. I think it's good for people to forgive, even people who have downed them their whole life. It makes them feel better. I think
Right.
nobody's perfect, but I think it would help people's mental health in a sense. Um, yeah, sorry about that. On a little tangent, but yes, cute goth gamer girl, get whatever your name is. Um, hey, oh yeah, playing Fortnite. I see how it is. Play Fortnite. I don't play games. That's not my thing. I watch movies. I watch movies like Beetlejuice, which is awesome. I watch movies like The Corpse Bride. I'm gonna pull out every movie on my shelf over here. Like, I have more than that, but every movie on the shelf. Like, yeah, I watched this and that. Anyway, if anybody has any questions about me or Doc, feel free to ask. Um, Answer anything. What are y'all's thoughts on Pride Month? We talked about it before. What is y'all's thoughts on Pride Month and everything? Uh, any people, any people who are LGBTQ plus that you would like to highlight? Doc, I know you talked about Paul Lind earlier. I put that link to
Yes,
that video in
Paul
your
Lind.
chat.
Now, I have said multiple times that, we really need a good, openly gay action star. And we almost kind of got one. Luke Evans. I may be saying the wrong name. He did Dracula Untold. He did the Hobbit movies. He's a fucking badass. And he makes a good action star. Happens to be a little bit on the dude that likes dude side of the field.
Really? I did not know that. Luke Evans?
Yes. Unless I got the name wrong.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Dracula Untold. And I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It makes no fucking difference. But what I like is back in the day, a long, long time ago, right? People were like, oh, queer, gay, that's gay. And it's like, hey, fucking, you want to rock out some Queen? Fuck yeah, let's listen to some Queen. Oh, by the way, Freddie Mercury? Yeah, fucking best singer ever. Yeah. He uses his great, talented mouth on dudes sometimes. But. Then they just forget it. Like, nope, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Judas Priest? Fuck yeah. I love Judas Priest. Hey, lead singer? Fucking amazing voice. He also likes a penis in his butt. Bop, 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 bop.
It likes to be whipped hard.
Well, I mean, with the leather that they wore, come on.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's my friend of mine, Fresh or Bleach, a friend of the channel. He likes Judas Priest, and we talked about that. I was like, yeah, Rob Halford and everything. He's like, he's a leather boy, and I was like, that's gotta that has to be his thing, in the sack.
Oh yeah,
so it's gotta be his thing in the sack because he wouldn't wear all that. And but I have a picture. I believe it's a thumbnail on one of my videos. It's what do you call it? Andy Warhol and Rob Halford in a picture together.
yes.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. But yeah. But yeah, I was like, that's got to be his thing and everything. I just thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't know that at first. I didn't know that he was that he was like that until
Nope.
I looked it up. There we go.
Nice.
It's Andy Warhol and young Rob Halford, but Rob Halford nonetheless.
Yep.
His name was fucking. There we go.
But yeah, like,
But yes,
and now it took so long to come out, but I love the fact that it took so long to come out. Richard motherfucking Pryor, dude, was on both sides of the fence. Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando, fucked.
yeah, I know Brewster's Millions. Fuck the Godfather. Think about it.
Right.
Get that image in your head.
So everyone that's like, bah, bah, bah. You know what? I know now this is going to come off as racist, but the black community is a lot less accepting of the gay community.
That is very much true. Anybody who's black and gay can probably tell you that.
Yeah.
Anybody.
So, and Richard Pryor is praised highly. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's very much that way, and all that stuff came out about Marlon Brando, and apparently it's been rumored that Marlon Brando. Anybody remembers Cuban Superman from the second Godfather movie, where he goes to Cuba and he goes to see Superman? Apparently he's got a freaking hammer of a cock. Apparently Marlon Brando had some encounters with Cuban Superman. So the Godfather fucked Superman, and I've yet to see that porn movie crossover, and I want to. So Brazzers, whoever makes those kind of movies, no Superman versus the Godfather.
I just think it's pretty fucking awesome. And you're like, yeah, well, Rock Hudson, I was a man's man. Yeah, Rock Hudson took more balls to the chin than Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is a famous catcher, baseball catcher. So,
gay
balls to the chin.
He's gay catcher.
Well, no, I mean he's.
What are you trying?
He was a catcher. I'm saying Johnny Bench was a catcher in baseball, so he literally would take baseballs and hit him in the face all the time.
That's kind of a shitty name to have, especially if you're in any sports team.
Right,
Johnny Bench.
But he's also massively famous in a Hall of Famer. But yeah, that was the joke when I was a kid. Rock Hudson took more balls to the chin than Johnny Bench.
Yeah.
Meaning baseball catcher.
Right. Is he still alive? Or has he passed away?
Johnny Bench?
Rock Hudson's died, I know.
Maybe. But yeah, Rock Hudson died of AIDS in like the 80s.
Yeah.
Johnny Bench, I believe he's still alive.
Oh, I looked up the guy who got his throat cut at the hockey game. He was the, what do you call it, the catcher or the goalie who got his throat slit at a game, so they had to change the on the masks. Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. Cause see, I've seen GIFs or GIFs, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
GIFs. GIFs of the guy getting his freaking throat slit and his blood just starts pouring out. Oh my god, it's like a horror movie. It's like, could you imagine being at the game? You're just like watching and enjoying, like, wow, this game is great, and then this guy just fucking bleeding out of the eyes. That's scary. But yeah. No, I think even in the 60s it was more, what do you call it? It was accepted among Hollywood people, or people who were involved in Hollywood. Right. People were like, oh, well, now it's more accepting. Now, I'm pretty sure Grandma I'm pretty sure Grandma was in the Hollywood Hills, fucking everybody. She didn't care who it was. It was an actress in the 60s and the 70s.
I would like to see Pride get back to Pride as opposed to in your face. Like, I have a child that is non-heterosexual. And, I would go. I used to be a proud member of P-Flag before they kicked me out.
Why'd they kick
And, well, I was uninvited, I should say. Politics, it's like, well, you can't believe this and believe that. It's like, really? What the fuck does socialism have to do with equality and sexuality? Like, wait a minute. You're fucking talking. I can't have a gay kid if I'm not a fan of Planned Parenthood. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. What the fuck does abortion have to do with homosexuality?
All right. Or
come on.
Political standing, like when it comes to who, if you voted for this
Right.
person, you voted for this person. You know.
Like, wait a minute.
Like you can't be if you're
the
gay,
fuck on.
you can't be a Trump supporter.
Right.
Okay.
Apparently. Someone forgot to tell you.
Right. You know, and there's plenty of them out there. You know, there's plenty of gay Trump supporters, gay whatever.
Right.
You know.
But yeah, I could not go to a pride parade in a lot of places with my kid because leather cock rings and fucking people whipping each other and fucking half naked people licking on each other isn't exactly a pride event. That's hey, let's be as weird and gay and in your face as we can to piss off the bigots. Well, congratulations, you pissed off the bigots. But the people that are kind of like in the middle, like, yeah, I'm a heterosexual who supports the gay community, but not dudes in assless chaps at 10 in the morning in front of my kid's daycare. Sorry. So yeah,
man,
that's what I'd like to see Pride get better with.
Proud mom. Yeah. And you know,
Yeah.
and that's why I said, like, I think it'd be fun to go to Pride. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it'd be fun to go to a Pride event and do all that stuff. Like, I probably wouldn't go with my kid because of all that stuff.
Right.
And it's not for any, oh, you don't believe this, or you know, you just don't like it or whatever. No, that's not true. If you knew me, you would know about all that stuff. You know, but I don't fit the narrative of people who. I don't seem like I fit the niche of the people who do all that stuff. You know, I don't want to see any of that. I just want to have some drinks, hang out with friends, enjoy being accepted. I don't want to have to see little bunny Foo walking out with a thong in a tutu, going down the street with his with his dick hanging out. And it is what it is.
Right.
But there shouldn't be. That shouldn't be the whole focus of Pride. The focus of Pride is to commemorate the people who have fought and died. I mean, like they were protesting and everything with Stonewall, and they were at the forefront of the people who were working with AIDS and everything. Not like military, even military members who fought and died for freedom in the country.
The fact that I know, because I grew up in the military. Before I was a veteran or soldier, I was, I'm the child of military people. And knowing that there were good fucking soldiers who had to lie about who they are because Bill Clinton would kick them the fuck out if they came out is horseshit. And I got an education early on, like, motherfucker. And sorry, I shouldn't have said Bill Clinton because that immediately makes it political. Micah motherfucking Schuler. This gentleman is a veteran as well. Wonderful friend of mine. He was at the convention with me. Micah. This gentleman here. Right here. You took part in the video, thanking him for the fucking badass merchandise that he designed for me, because he is skilled where I am not. And I just sent a link to a t-shirt he did. But yeah, Micah's a veteran, and Micah's not a dick, not an asshole, not judgmental at all. And he had a wonderful time listening to me argue with this person of this gay person who might be a little trans.
Yep. Well, yeah, and y'all, any of y'all who feel free to check out that link to Doc's Teespring. You pick up a shirt. They got a shot glass, not shot glasses. We got cups. What do you call it? Those cups?
Yes, shot glasses, coffee mugs, pint glasses, t-shirts, a pair of jogging pants or night pants, sleeping pants, because if you're a cripple like me, you don't jog. But you do sleep.
It's more of a hobble.
Yes. Splatter did some fantastic stuff, far superior to anything I would have come up with. I am greatly humbled, sir, and very appreciative.
Thank you.
And yes, all the people that were at the convention, they looked at it and said, "That's cool." Apparently, everyone wants you to design some T-shirts for like some girls' night out that they're planning.
Nice.
Not inviting me though. Yeah, I know. Why can't I go out to a girls' night out?
I'm the GBF. I can go to a girls' night out because I have to,
Yeah.
But that is right. I have an exception.
I don't dress nice enough to be the GBF.
No.
So I just get to be the creepy homeless guy that everyone adopts.
Yeah. No, I'm not one of those weirdos. Who I don't like the term GBF or being labeled as a GBF. By being GBF,
makes you sound catty.
Right. Oh, this is my GBF, and I'm gonna be like, hey. Shit. But no. What do you call it? The GBF means gay best friend. I don't like to be labeled as a gay best friend. And if anybody ever calls me a gay best friend, I probably will not associate with you.
Right.
Because that means I'm only one thing to you. I'm not your friend. Oh, this is my friend. This is my friend Doc. This is my friend Alan. This is my friend Thresher Bleach. I might say his name. This is my friend, whatever. And
when you guys start specifying, this is my white friend. This is my brown friend. This is my Latinx friend. First of all, if they are Latino, they're gonna punch you in the throat right there. Motherfucker.
And I come. But it's but no, I don't like the term GBF when you're referring to somebody like, oh, this is my GBF.
Right.
At the sense, it seems shallow. It's not like, oh, that's what I am to you. Or it's like, I don't say to you like, this is my friend Doc. My friend. When I tell people about my show, I was like, yeah, I was on a stream with my friend Doc. I don't say my YouTube friend Doc.
Right.
We've never met. Me and Doc have never met in real life. We've never met in real life yet.
Right. Because of the stupid laws and, fucking not allowed in certain parts of the country anymore.
Right. And, well, parole, I lived near a school and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Probation and parole, I can't leave the county without an armed escort. Oh,
right. Yeah. but anyway, but no, like, when I say friend, I say my friend Doc or my friend whatever. I'm not going to say, now, when there's some people I'm not so much friends with, like, is a school buddy. I'll say, this is my, whatever friend. I've seen people do that. But so a lot of those people are also really shallow people, once you get to know them.
Now, it does make sense, like, if I am out with my coworker from my organization, my veterans club, right? We're out and I run into someone I know from church. yeah, I would be like, hey, Francis, this is Josh. We go to church together. Josh, this is Francis. She is fantastic. She bails me out every day at work. That makes sense. But to be like, hey, Josh, this is my blonde, older female friend. And Francis, this is my, I'm suspecting closet homosexual, deeply religious friend. That just turns into, what the fuck?
Right.
Excuse me?
It's right. You know, and I've had people say that, will you be my GBF? I'm just like, no. Fuck you.
By the
But
way, there's 3 different Joshes at my church. And they're all going to be like, wait. Oh, yeah.
Josh? It's like, you ever see those
Wait, everyone's
memes?
shocked. Wait, he goes to church?
Yeah.
I do.
No, ever seen the memes, like the Marvel memes, where it's like, all right, where's Chris? And it's like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pratt, and it's like, you, Chris, you know, or good-looking Chris, and it's like Chris, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because they're all like, you know, and but yeah, no, GBF. I think that's kind of a bad term to call somebody, not because it's offensive or whatever. It's just it kind of limits to somebody to only being one thing. So if you say my friend, this is my friend Doc, this is my friend whoever, so it's inclusive. I think that's more inclusive than being, oh, it's my gay best friend, that's my black friend. You know, you wouldn't just go up to you wouldn't go up to somebody who's like introduce, oh, this is my black friend. That makes you look bad.
Although,
Right.
ladies, I will say it is 100% appropriate to say, this is my GBF. Only if you're saying it about your straight friend and he doesn't know what GBF means. What's GBF? Oh, my great best friend. Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to friend zone him hardcore and you just want to brag about it and just be total. Yeah. This is my GBF to a totally straight guy who has no clue. GBF? You're my great best friend. Oh, yeah. And then he'll introduce himself to everyone. Yeah, I'm her GBF. Oh, really? Okay. I'll never get laid. Good job.
That's terrible. Well, don't do that, ladies, please.
No, Micah, God did not strike me down as I walked through
Right.
because I serve a purpose. You know, every church needs me. I'm the example of what not to do.
God will strike you down where you stay.
It's like they only let him live to show you what not. This is what right does not look right. Does not look like.
Right. He's like the Gomer Pyle of the church. He's just there. You just gotta just like go around. He's just like, hi there, Andy. You know, that's him.
Yeah.
He just kind of.
Oh yeah.
Every
Every time they have
for
confession. Oh, I was gonna say every time they have confession, the priest goes, "Hey, it could be worse. Look at Doc. Thank you, Father."
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, ma'am. Yep. But no, yeah, I would love to do the design for that. Like I said, I know I'm rambling. I thought that was a good. Did I punctuate that correctly? Because I put
as far as I know,
I'm, and then apostrophe. I know apostrophe.
Well,
I'm
see, when you get too worried about grammar, the design is more important.
Right. Yeah.
I know, I'm rambling. Yeah, that works. Works, and it doesn't throw it off balance.
Oh, I made another one, but I put ramble, RAMBLE, ING, or A, whatever it was. So I spelled it wrong, and I saw your name. I was like, oh shit! So I had to go back and change it. I already had all the designs on the shirts and everything placed and where it needed to be and everything. So I go to look at the thing, and then I looked at the name. Like I know what your name is, but I figured it would be spelled like rambling, like normal.
Right.
But
you remember what my channel name was when we first started streaming?
It's just called Doc J, wasn't it?
Doc's channel.
Doc's channel. Yeah, Doc's channel.
Yeah.
I put.
It wasn't a great name.
I put the rambling Doc J underneath.
Which is a much better name for the channel. People know what they're getting.
If any of you guys are good at art, can you please make a Hollywood morgue design for me and Doc, with me and Doc as like little animated figures, so we can put it on a shirt and I could sell it and mooch off your creativity. No, if I can have the shirt design and everything, because I'm not an anime, I don't draw, that's not my thing. So if somebody can make a design with us too in it, please hit me up in the DMs.
I'm sending you a link in private chat. It's not something for public chat, but that is who I got to do my logo. So, if that's something you're interested in, contact that person and we'll figure it out.
As far as you guys know, he just sent me a naked picture of old Jane Fonda. So you'll never know he's.
First of all, it wasn't Jane Fonda. It was B. Arthur.
B. Arthur? Oh, God. Yeah. I wish I had a Golden Girls. I wish I had the Golden Girls series. I keep seeing that Books a Million where I'm at, and I'm like, I want to buy the series.
Micah, you know I love you too, brother.
I'm just kidding.
Micah is a veteran, but he was in he had a certain job that I like to make fun of. So, as I was saying earlier, us fucking crazy bastard veterans, we'll sit there and just say the worst things about each other. But it's done in love. Whereas all the times I say awful, horrible things about, damn it, I was going to scroll up, Ben Grimm, all the times I say horrible things about Ben Grimm, I totally mean that. So I don't know Ben Grimm, but I love the name. The thing.
Ben Grimm, you orange son of a bitch. Yeah. I didn't mean that to be mean. Nobody knows that.
Right. Well, surely he does.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's what Melania. I'm pretty sure that's what Melania says when he wakes up in the morning. It's like, God, you orange son of a bitch. Yes. Doc asks Mikey. She's great at drawing. Mikey, is it Mickey or Mikey? Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. Tracy has a kid named Mickey who is rather talented. According to the mom. But. Oh, I did see. You did show me that poster. Yeah. I am so jealous of I can't draw at all. I can barely write my name.
I don't know. But yeah, no, if anybody out there can like make a fan art of us doing the Hollywood Morgue name. Like I said, I have pictures of what the logo looks like. If y'all can make that with us as animated figures, that would be awesome. My channel's not big enough at all for me to do something like that.
Yet. But it will be.
Yeah, I wanted to open up a PO box so I could have people send me stuff. Like I said, I guess I'm going to announce it right now, but I'm doing a review coming up, and after I do not own that particular movie that I'm reviewing, but after that, I'm going to review only the movies that I have in my collection. So if I don't have, like, say you want me to review The Exorcist, I don't have The Exorcist. and um, and so if
I
y'all want
can
me to review The
hear.
Exorcist,
I'm just going to be silent for a moment.
okay, yeah. But if y'all if I don't have The Exorcist or y'all want me to review it, then definitely I will check it out, and I will definitely review it for you. But I don't own it, and so like I said, I will buy movies in the future. But yeah, feel free to send me anything. It could be a double of what I have. Feel free to send me anything. I love the more obscure the film is, the better, I think, because it's if it's unique, not a lot of people have it. Um, I do some of the mainstream stuff. Like I have a lot of movies. If you've seen my now that review, I've gotten more movies since that last DVD haul that I did. Um, so definitely check out my DVD hauls and my Blu-ray haul. My Blu-ray collection video. I did a full Blu-ray collection video in December for the Christmas special, or was it December, or was it earlier this year? But I did a full Blu-ray collection, and then I did a full DVD collection. Nice. That's pretty cool.
So,
For Halloween from the Spirit Store.
well, I'm going to use it for Halloween. My Amazon playlist or Amazon list. I throw shit on there and people can send me stuff and it comes right to my house and they don't know my address. So I got this, which I'm going to use for we're going to do a haunted forest. Just going to be chilling in the dark. I don't know. And then out of nowhere,
I wanted to do that mask for. I wanted to do a purge because I have a wooden bat. My thing
is that a
is
purge
somewhere
mask?
over here. But I have a bat that's like wrapped in barbed wire and everything. What?
Is that a purge mask?
It looks like that's something they'd have in the purge.
No. I only saw part of the first one.
Yeah, they've changed. Like, they have another one coming out. And I think at the end of this year, it's called the Forever Purge. It's kind of. It looks really kind of weird. My friend she trolled me. She got me. I sent her something that I was writing or that I was wanting to make a story of or a screenplay or whatever. And then she sent me this. What do you call it? And then she sent me this because it has to do with pastors.
Nice.
She fucking trolled me. Hope you're watching this. Whoever you are.
Glenda Vatellos just made a very nice she left a very nice comment.
No matter what everybody says about you, Doc, I think you're awesome. And thank you for having my back at the conference. Thank you.
Glenda is the first female commander that my local organization has elected. And as I said, they're like, oh, ladies auxiliary. Oh, are you the wife? Oh, well, we're talking to the vet. So I was like, senator, congressman, state, whatever. Nope. Hi. Meet the first fucking female badass. Like, over and over. But, because everyone kept saying, is that your wife? Her husband now thinks that I should have to do half the chores since I'm the other husband.
Give him a kiss.
Oh, he is kind of cute. I might kiss him. I'm joking. If you're
That's
watching,
gay.
dude, you're not that cute.
Lol, that's mean.
Yeah, he's
That's not
a
very
victim too.
nice.
Oh. But yeah, even though she was in the Navy, she's still pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta say, you remember I was just in my house, never left, never did much, didn't really interact with many people other than online.
Right. Yeah.
I'm definitely getting out and doing stuff now. It's what the therapist said to do.
They never
I don't know if it's
found the body.
I don't know if it's helpful, but it did make me pretty damn sexy.
Hold on. Wow, 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 wow. I can't do it. Hey.
Jacoby Cantrell.
Yes. That's a friend of mine. I keep telling her to come on the stream, but she won't do it because she's too chicken shit. But
Well, just
no,
let her know that she doesn't have to show her face.
I know. I keep telling her that. But no, I think it's cool.
And we can put on a, he can change your name. He can put you down as random Oklahoma girl.
Yeah.
Hello, Jacoby. Love the name, by the way.
Jacoby, do you have any questions for us? And I forgot to say, cute goth gamer girl, gamer, whatever your name is.
It'll change
Hi.
next week.
Hi, welcome back. Thank you for popping in. Yes, the ominous voice of reason. Yes. Yeah. No, we were talking about. What's the stream about? Tell her what the stream is about.
Well, the stream, we're loosely circling back to Pride and how pandering sucks, right? There's a lot of real stuff that people should be proud of, not a bunch of horse shit corporate games. A rainbow flag doesn't mean pride. Harvey Milk is fucking pride. Paul
right.
Fosse, fucking pride.
Paul Lind.
Thank you.
Paula Dean. No, we got too far. We've got too far.
Oh no.
No, but yeah, that's absolutely right. People who actually mean something to people like us, people who actually mean something for the movement, people who are pioneers in, I would say, gay activism. They're the real heroes, not people out there dancing in the street, wearing next to nothing, covered in glitter.
Can I just say Juneteenth is a stupid fucking name for the holiday? Whereas Emancipation Day, who can argue with Emancipation Day? Oh, that's the day we freed the slaves. That's not a holiday? That should have been a holiday 100 years ago. Hell yeah. Freeing slaves? Fuck yeah. Emancipation Day. Woo. Day off work. Fucking cakes and cards for all. Juneteenth? Juneteenth, really. Emancipation Day doesn't sound good? No. I'm calling it Emancipation Day from now on. I don't celebrate Juneteenth. I fucking celebrate Emancipation Day. For the record.
Sorry if I'm listening. On my TV. I was trying to see. Did you see the thumbnail? The thumbnail change. I changed the thumbnail. It's not pride, but it's something. I don't know if you'll see it. I don't know if you'll see it when it comes up on your YouTube.
I also want Chief Joseph's birthday to be a holiday. Jacoby wants to know how to join the stream.
Well, let me put the link in chat.
And you don't have to download any programs to join the stream.
Yeah, you don't need anything unless you're using your phone. It's much better to use on your computer. But
the thought is
if you want to,
fine.
yeah, if you want to use your phone, it'll work on your phone and everything. But yeah, posted the link. Posted the link in chat. So if anybody can come up. It's not just limited to us, but if you want to come up, I'll put the link in chat, and you can join, hang out, and chat. It's nice to have more people on here. Not too many people. It got too hectic. It gets too hectic, especially if you have more what do you call it? People with a lot of colorful personalities on here.
Yes.
You know, it gets really hectic. So I like to not too many people, but as many as many as I'm comfortable with. But I'll never say you can't come on the stream unless you're just like an absolute bullshit.
But you might get muted.
Yes.
Probably not. We haven't had to yet.
I've had to mute myself because I've been on stream and I've like stuff happened around me, so I have to mute myself. So yeah, feel free if you ever go down, like because we had some issues tonight where my internet was going in and out and I was stopped for a little bit. So if I ever go out, please keep talking, keep the stream going, and I will come back in. My internet fucking sucks. So yeah, no, definitely if you get a microphone and everything go on your computer, it's much easier to do it on there. You have good internet at your house, so yeah, feel free to hop on and yeah, take a ride.
And I hate to, but I fucking do tend to turn every conversation. I like to circle back to this. Mental health is one of the most important subjects to me. It's a scary thing. And I have a wonderful friend, fellow YouTuber, who is struggling at the moment. And we had a long conversation today. Suicide sucks. Mental health is hard. Please do not use a temporary. Don't take a temporary problem and try to get a permanent solution. Just tomorrow may be better, tomorrow may be worse. But there is tomorrow. Sorry,
No, that's perfectly fine. Moving the thing around.
Oh yeah, it's fun to play with.
This will be better to do, giving people the floor, like if they want to talk individually. Moving the thing because I like doing the split screen if it's the two of us. But if it's the like three people or more than one person, more than two people, then we'll do this like this setup. That is absolutely correct. There's so many ways to get help out there now, and so many ways to find people who you might feel like you're like the only. You may feel like you're the only person who has this certain issue. There's tons of people out there. There's a lot of there's a lot of ways to get on message boards and talk to people who can help you out with your situation. People like therapists and people on like Facebook groups and Twitter. And although those places can be kind of toxic, sometimes there's still people there who will give you help. Will try to help you as much as they can. But there's no for something so minuscule to what do you call it? Permanently ruin your life. over something that's only temporary. So there is a lot of ways to get help. There's uh, um, a lot of ways to find people who are willing to give you good advice. YouTube is a good place for that. Like I said, people out there will help you. Um, are we good? Can you hear me?
Yeah. My cool new high-speed earbuds. The battery died on them, so I had to go to my broken headset. I did not break them. Some drunk person who looks like me has a panda that broke them. Did you break them? Yeah, just saying. Panda broke them.
That sounds fun. Hey, how you doing? Ominous voice of reason.
Hello,
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you
All
just
right.
fine.
It's
Ani.
it's a little glitchy on my end, so if I go over you, don't mind me. How's my audio?
It's good. Very, very loud.
Yeah, you sound very good.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. I have a
Sweet
nice
mic,
microphone,
clearly.
but I don't want to be loud.
Oh, you're not.
Can
At least on my end, you're not overly loud. I think I come off as loud though.
Well, chat, let me know. Wow, I can't believe I did this. Hey guys, I just got off of work. It's been 8 long hours, and I no longer have my fan on, so this mic will work. So, I believe I deserve like some applause here. Beautiful, thank you. I'll be here for.
It's unbelievably scary to put yourself out there like that. But you got birds on the wire.
Yep.
So you clearly have good taste.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot about you, Doc J, and I'm afraid
I am so
Cooper
sorry.
refuses. He he refuses to actually send me a link whenever he goes on live. So I've only gotten the chance to listen to you on your podcast. So now he finally said, "Hey, why don't you come on my stream?" So here I am. I finally got the invitation. So it's nice to meet you.
Don't you have my notifications turned on your YouTube channel? Or YouTube page?
Notifications don't always work.
That's true.
No, I don't have it on my phone.
Oh. I was going to say, Alan is she's your number 2 fan, and she doesn't always get notifications.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. But yeah.
So, without saying where you work, or you can, but what type of work do you do?
Well, I'm a usher, and I work in a cinema at one of those cinema arcade bowling alley places. So it's a lot of cleaning other people's messes and
best job ever after you've gotten older and quit the job and moved on to other shitty jobs. And it's like, oh man, all those movies. But at the moment, it's like, can people, what do they do? Just fucking throw their food around? Do they just, I'm waiting for someone to actually shit and leave a turd in the aisle.
Absolutely. By the way, you know what? I worked at
you might find one. I did.
Dude, man, I worked at JCPenney's. Somebody did take a shit in one of the stalls, and the fitness, the fitting rooms. They peed in the fitting rooms. So it was my responsibility to clean up. And then Whataburger, they worked me absolutely. So I'm over here. Yeah, we got nothing to do. So why don't we just go catch the beginning of this movie? And I'm like, what? That's great. This is absolutely incredible compared to what I'm used to.
All right, now the poo in the fitting room, I get it. Sometimes shit happens. Literally. Pee in the fitting room, fine. But there is never, ever a reason to pull your tampon out and leave it in the fitting room.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
God, no.
You do not have that kind of emergency. You don't.
Oh my God. That's really fucked up. No, that's never happened.
If you're bursting out, then it's not blood. It's a kid shooting out. All right. Sorry, I know that's gross.
No, I absolutely agree.
I work at a place, and I've had to pick up my fair share of stuff like that. Went into the bathroom, and somebody had projectile shit all over the toilet and missed the bowl, and I had to clean it up. And then I had to go bag somebody's groceries afterward. So, yeah.
Dude, fast food, they do not pay. There's like, this deserves to be paid way more just based on the work, like the sheer amount of work you have to do. It's so stupid that the highest paying job I have is this one, whereas where like fast food and retail, which was the worst, is paid so very little. I think there needs to be more appreciation for these people.
I
Right.
disagree. I think fast food is not underpaid. I think fast food, they need to get rid of fast food workers, put in the machines, and then lower the fucking cost of the food. Because that's what I think. Then you have the choice
problem with
going to Taco Bell and hitting buttons on a fucking touchscreen, or going to a mom and pop store and getting a real person.
I absolutely agree with the mom and pop, but I don't think that's the right way about it, just because not everybody's meant to go to college and get some of the bigger, higher paying, like, I wouldn't necessarily say more important jobs, but the ones that everyone is going after, because some people aren't capable of doing that. And these jobs, they offer the opportunity to get the money that you need to go to college. That's the reason I'm going now. So if we were to automate that, not only would it take that like that humanity out of the workspace, but it would stop people from being able to move forward within the economy, and I really think it would just tank us.
I think raising minimum. Now, I'm going to say a few things that are not popular, but completely true, accurate, and proven throughout history. One, minimum wage is a terrible thing. Minimum wage only causes inflation, whereas if you allow the free market, then it will balance out. When you go to a place, like let's say you go to this town and minimum wage is $5.15. Every fast food joint pays $5.15. Now, let's say you go to a country that doesn't have minimum wage, and the wages will fluctuate based on the cost of living, and some places will pay more for higher quality stuff. They'll raise the price of their food, but they'll have higher service. It balances itself out. But as far as college, here's a tale of two kids. One is mine, and one is my brother's. My kid does not listen to me. My brother's kid does not listen to my brother. But apparently, our kids listen to each other. So I have a daughter who's going to go into massive debt to get a music degree. And I have a nephew who's going to spend $4,000 to become a certified transmission mechanic. And those two are going to graduate. Well, I'm sorry. He's going to graduate and then go to work. 2 years later, she will graduate. She is going to start out at $31,000 a year. He is going to start out at $48,000 a year. No college.
But not everybody can do the same job. It takes different people. If everybody were to always go to the trade jobs, it would be, it doesn't apply to everybody. I mean, it's an interesting specific situation, but
hardly anyone goes to the trade jobs, which is why they pay so much. Everyone goes to college. College is overpriced.
Absolutely.
I have 2 bachelor's degrees and an associate's degree. And I have used none of those. But, I went for an education. And I am blessed that I was able to get educations. Now, I hire people for minimum wage with teaching degrees. I hire people for minimum wage with science psychology degrees, and I have someone with a this is a real thing. They have a bachelor's degree in to be a fucking travel agent. Yeah, travel agency was a fucking degree at one point. Yeah.
Oh
Before
yeah.
Travelocity and all that. Oh yeah. Big job. And there's a bunch of high school dropouts making 3 times what I can pay because they went into a specific field. Now, I'm not saying drop out of school and go be a plumber. No. I'm just saying don't go to college if you don't know what you're going to do.
All right.
What, in a perfect world, what would you do for a living?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't
Well,
know.
you don't need a degree for that.
There we go. You know it now, huh? I don't know. I guess I'd fulfill my childhood dream of becoming an astronaut. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have to work, to be fair, but that's not what you're asking.
Okay. If you didn't need money and you were just going to do something, I know this is old fucking guidance counselor bullshit. If you didn't need money and you were going to do something for free, what job would you do for free?
No, well, I mean, what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna be paid for it, but I'm also really fascinated with it. I'm going to get a deaf education degree. It's a degree. It's mostly a certification, so I can do translation for American Sign Language. But I also want to learn other languages so I can continue that, and so I can earn more money as I learn Spanish, Russian, French, and then I can travel. So I have a track and like a plan, so I'm going to be able to do those things that I want to and communicate with people. And honestly, if I could work anywhere and money wasn't an option, I'd probably still learn the languages and travel.
That sounds unbelievably fascinating, rewarding, and it doesn't sound as though you're going to need to drop $140,000 on an education.
Yeah.
Now, I have an amazing, beautiful, fantastic, amazing person named Alan B, who might still be in the chat. She may have crashed. She lives in an Asian nation where you could conceivably go there and get a job as a telemarketer because they need people that speak English. And spend 90 days there, 180 days there, and learn a wonderful language that's valuable. And boom. Then go ahead and get your certification and become an English teacher. And then repeat the process in other places. Now, this is an option that, number one, yes, I am a veteran. No, I'm not a recruiter. And no, I am never going to pressure anyone to do anything. But there are linguist jobs in the military. I almost did it, but the problem is they don't let you choose the language. I have a French degree, which means I would be perfect for Afrikaan or Haitian or, there's various places that speaking French comes in handy. Vietnam. But they were like, well, it depends on what we need. Right, but I already have this skill. Right, but I mean, we can't promise. We may make you Korean translator. We may make you a Pashto or Arabic. So I went to Afghanistan with Korean translators. Now, they weren't running around Afghanistan firing weapons. They worked in a mailroom somewhere. And they did learn Korean. And it was wonderful. They have that skill forever. And it was free. They even got paid to do it. So that is an option. But the whole bullshit of, oh yeah, you'll use this. No, you probably won't. They'll probably teach you Farsi and then send you to South America. Like, oh, you're a translator. I don't speak Portuguese. All right, then work in the mailroom.
Well, I appreciate it, and I understand what you're saying, but I think this is where we're going to go down different avenues, because I've got some. I'm not very capitalistic, and I don't like the ideas of military. I don't agree with a lot of military like strategy and stuff, and I don't like being outsourced and like companies outsourcing to other countries. And so that is a good combination of a lot of things that I don't like very much. And although I understand that it could give the opportunity for language, the reason why I'm interested in this is not because I want to learn it as fast as I can. I'm absolutely willing to work hard to actually know these languages, but I want to know it so I can communicate with the people there and understand their point of view and ideologies and see the different cultures. It's not so I can work in any sort of mailroom or learn just the minimum to get by and travel around. I actually want to soak in the stuff. And I think that's a lot of what like the new age is about, is just doing the bare minimum and getting what you want without having to work for it very hard, which is where like machines coming in to take over hardworking fast food jobs and stuff, and instead just allowing those electronics to take it over in a way that humanity. But I'm here for the humanity of fast food and of languages and of traveling.
And I will say, everything you've said, I love, I respect deeply. I believed those things to some extent, and I have witnessed a lot of these things. And yes, capitalism is evil. It is. However, communism is also evil with a pretty face.
Agreed.
And I know the argument of, no, they didn't try real communism. You can't try real communism because people aren't real. Socialism is perfect on paper. Mm-hmm. But look at Venezuela. Look at Cuba. Socialism never works because people are awful, terrible, awful. The reason why capitalism works is because the main point to capitalism is greed and selfishness. Mm-hmm. They are never going to do something good for you because it's the good thing to do. No, they're going to do something good for you because it benefits them as well. Mutual greed and assholeness is the only thing that ever works in the world, and that's awful and terrible. And I would love to say I'm wrong. I just keep being proven right. But by all means,
I absolutely agree with you.
Please prove me wrong and show me the world's a better place.
No, you know what? You're right. And I think I don't like capitalism, but honestly, just me working at my job, the terribleness of people, and even in smaller environments, people can't get along and we just sabotage ourselves, and it's greed and it's pride and all of this. And so you're right, in a perfect system, I think socialism could work, but it's not going to be that way, and it's never going to be written down on paper. So capitalism as a concept is great because it uses those driving forces and gets people with that ambition to continue forward, and sometimes that produces good things, but other times it does not. It's because that same thing that we're trying to use and harness is also destroying the capitalistic ideal, where mom and pop stores are competing against other mom and pop stores, and everybody can own a business and produce what they want. That's not the way anymore, and it's not real capitalism, because instead we have bigger companies like this Disney who owns all of the movie industry and hell, even like fast foods, and it's it's taking over the like American, each individual who can make themselves sort of value, and instead instating this new people with old money can move farther, where people who are poor are stuck on the chain, and the wealth isn't evenly distributed as it should be. So capitalism, on paper, sounds great. It could actually work, even though it's a little bit more cruel than socialism sounds. But in reality, we're still being kicked by the greed of the people who were born more fortunate than others.
Teddy Roosevelt capitalism was far, far superior to Bill Clinton capitalism. Teddy Roosevelt was the union buster, right? Now, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, JFK were all bad for the economy.
Absolutely.
Ronald Reagan, Teddy Roosevelt, for the first part of his presidency, Hoover and Woodrow Wilson. They were both good for the economy. Democrats, Republicans, historians, and movie stars. The problem is when you try to mix capitalism and socialism, it fails.
Really? That's when it came to like Roosevelt. The reason why Roosevelt was so successful during the New Deal and all of that is because government intervention.
FDR, his system was an absolute utter failure. Utter failure. Teddy Roosevelt, his system was the success. FDR, he got bailed out by World War II. The New Deal was an absolute utter failure. But World War II was a success.
I think I understand where you're coming from.
We had 75 years of economic growth. 75 years of economic growth that was ended by two things simultaneously. The Glass-Steagall Act was repealed. Now, this wasn't FDR, but he gets credit for it. Someone decided Great Depression happened because the stock market crashed and fucking farms had the Dust Bowl and failed. The banks gambled. They took everyone's mortgages and they put them on the stock market. Stock market crashed, so now the banks are hurting and the farmers aren't producing because of the Dust Bowl, so they fucking had to sell everyone's houses to try to stay afloat. That caused a Great Depression. Now, the solution was, you can't put people's mortgages on the stock market. No, you got brick and mortar banks and you got investment banks. And that lasted 75 years of just economic growth. And then somebody who dealt in real estate in Arkansas was elected president, and he ended that. He ended the Glass-Steagall Act. Within 10 years, there was a housing market crash. That gets blamed on the next guy that came along, but the only reason it failed is because you took away the restrictions on the bank and you gave them total freedom. But we don't talk about that. We talk about, he let the banks run wild. Yes, as did the person before him. It takes a little bit of time for that to happen. Now, I'm not defending either of those two presidents. They're both fucking trash.
Right.
But we blame one for this and blame the other for that. No. You got to flip-flop that. The housing market is Arkansas. The bullshit with China, that's W. W opening trade with China allowed China to control the media and control the fucking cheap products.
Right. No, I hear what you're saying, and I understand your point. And it seems to come from a pretty solid. But so economic growth is important to keeping prosperity, but I think some of the reasons why, and I'm talking specifically for like lower class, it's incredibly great to continue the investing when you're higher class or born into it, but when you're in lower class, that doesn't help. I mean, I don't stocks. It doesn't really occur to me in the regular day, and
fuck
I'm not
stocks.
playing it because I can't do that, and it's not meant for me or my class or
Right.
like it's
I'm
not
just
made for
saying,
that. So capitalism.
your mortgage should not be on the stock market. Stock market
absolutely
should
not.
not involve you in any way. If you don't have money to play, you should not. The stock market should not affect you.
I
at
think the stock should be available for everybody who would be interested in playing it and should be, I mean, more readily available. I think if we're going to include it, it shouldn't just be for the top 10%.
They
But
tried that,
nonetheless,
but
I don't-
Elizabeth Warren stepped in and said, "No, you're allowing Reddit to control GameStop."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
It was, but which party? It seems as though one party fucking flipped out on it. And I'm old, so I remember old stuffy Republicans who were like, corporations are good. And then whiny Democrats who were like, we don't like gay people, but we like poor people. And then apparently all the corporations became liberal. And even though Republicans and Democrats hate gay people, sorry, if you think Democrats are pro-gay, you're not paying attention. Both parties are anti-gay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Joe
isn't this
Biden
the theme
voted
is pandering?
against gay marriage.
Absolutely. No, not you, not at all. I'm saying
right.
This is the theme of the stream is even politics and companies and everything else pandering to minority groups. That's what it's all about.
If you think a politician is on your side, you're stupid.
Absolutely.
If you think a politician is a good person, you're stupid.
So I get it. So you're like a radical centralist then.
No, I can't be a centralist. I am a constitutionalist and a laissez-faire. I'm sorry. I'm a union-busting capitalist and a constitutionalist.
I don't know if those two things go together very well.
Oh, they go together perfectly.
Isn't I don't mean to make light of it, but isn't the Constitution created by the government, which can't be very laissez-faire because that's controlling and not allowing it to grow on its own?
See, that's the mistake. That's where your age is showing. And I'm sorry, I don't mean that insulting at all.
No, I'm used to it. Continue.
I am wrong on some things because of my age. But I'm right on some things. Now, you are wrong on some things because of your age. But you are right on some things. When it comes to history, I'm probably going to be right 9 times out of 10 over you. But when
it's a very interesting... It's an interesting stance to take, but I'd consider myself a history buff, but I'd say you look into some of the more minute, obscure details of sources that are a little interesting at times, but kind of fit for your point of view. Would you say that's true?
I will say it's a little bit cheating because I wasn't raised in the United States. I was raised in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So every time people talk about socialism, I'm like, yeah, I remember East Germany. I was there. Oh, I remember Czechoslovakia. Neither of those exist anymore. What did they have in common?
All right. No, I understand what you're saying about age. So tell me about constitutionalism and laissez-faire.
Yes. So originally, there were 2 sides for building the Constitution. You had the Federalist side who said, we don't need any amendments. You make the Constitution, and that's fucking that. This is how it is, and we're all going to follow it. And then you got the anti-federalists, and they're like, no, I don't trust the government. The government's fucking stupid. We just dealt with
Democratic Republicans and Federalists is what you're saying?
No, Federalists and anti-federalists.
Sure.
Those are new terms that are being applied to try to shift the discussion.
Okay.
I try to keep it very simple. Federal government, anti-federal government, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the simplest term. Now, New York came up with 114 amendments. Pennsylvania had none. So they fought and they fought and they fought. Jefferson and Adams fought, and Hamilton, who was a terrible fucking bastard. Yeah. Hamilton?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I know. Someone wrote a fucking catchy fucking musical about him. And
It
tried to
really
make him
does
out
slap,
to be a
though.
good guy.
No.
But, yeah.
The musical paints
Hamilton-
him pretty bad, too.
Yeah, no, that musical paints him as good as they possibly could. He's much worse.
All right.
Now, they settled on 10. Now, democracy is a failure. Absolute, utter failure. Majority rules. A majority of people are in war. Hitler is a bad bastard. Nothing good can be said about him.
But
He but. He wanted to send all the Jews to America. But over almost 60% of Americans said, we don't want Jewish people. We think we should get rid of the Jews we have now. I know they don't talk about that in history. Americans were like, oh, we don't like Hitler, but yeah, we don't want Jews. No. He has to keep the Jews he has. Hitler is evil. No good can be said of Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, democratically, we were like, nope. America doesn't want Jews. Democratically, Americans are like, yeah, let's lock all the Japs up in camps. That's democracy.
Sure.
So the Constitution is there to protect us from majority rules. If 8 out of 10 people say, yeah, we don't like this particular race, democratically, we get rid of that race? No. That's why you need the Constitution. You need a Constitution that is set up as a republic. That's why we need to stop electing senators.
What? So the old guy should stay in charge?
No, fuck the old guy. No. First of all, senators. Senators, look at Mitch McConnell. Worthless piece of shit.
Oh,
right?
God.
Republicans hate Mitch McConnell.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats hate Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell owns a shipping company in his wife's name, and it is in his best interest to have trade with China.
Yeah.
But he tells the Republicans, I don't stand for this China stuff. And then he tells Democrats, oh, don't worry. I get money from that. That's how he's been in office for 40 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Senators, congressmen represent you. Senators represent your state. Right?
Senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Sorry.
So why don't the
Thank you,
people...
Cooper.
Sorry, no, I have that song
Goober.
stuck in my head.
You keep calling Splatter Goober.
Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. God damn it.
I know. Goober is a fun name. I like Goober. I might start calling him Goober.
He looks like him, so what can I say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick you off the
Um,
show. Hold on. I'm just just kidding.
Now, if the I'm going to pretend you live in Oregon. I have kids in Oregon. Now, your congressman is this person, this person, this person. Boom. Your local congressman is this person. Boom. Your senator, this person or that person. All right. Who's your state senator? Now, whatever, I'm not asking you to say where you are or any of that, but think of who your state representative or state senator is, your state government. Other than the governor, can you think of your state representatives?
No, I cannot.
But you can name your senators, can't you?
That's right.
So your local government, who has the most control over what you do, what the tax rate is, what the sales tax is, the people that control you the most, you don't know who they are. You know
Correct.
the people that are in federal government on TV who have, what does your state senator have? What? 1% of the vote that is strictly decided down party lines, which means as far as Senate goes, you have Republican or Democrat. That's it. Now, the Constitution says you pick your congressman. There's like 300 plus congressmen. And the state representatives, they choose the senator. Meaning, your local elections, you elect the local people that you agree with. And those local people, they all get together at the state capitol and go, and they decide, and they vote, and they fight, and find the two people that represent the state. Then your local decisions affect the Senate. Otherwise, you get state of Kentucky, Rand Paul on the national stage is a libertarian, right? I'm a libertarian. I don't believe in big government, blah, 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 blah. I believe in individual freedom. But at the state level, he holds rallies at the Creationist Museum. At the state level, he fucking shook hands with a 30-year Democrat who went to jail for refusing to marry gay people and openly attacked gambling at the state level. But then at the national level, he's like, oh yeah, total freedom. Government needs to stay out of it.
So, no specific political ideology. Most of the time, it's all based in corruption, and politicians overall are lying. Yeah, you get the basics of it. I get it. So,
I like local government.
you like so in your perfect government, what would that look like?
It's a wonderful question. Thank you so much. By the way,
I got you.
I very much appreciate that you don't attack me.
Yeah.
In my perfect government, and this is not what our country made, but this is what I would say is perfect government. You have your local elections, my county, my small area, right? And they have total say on what taxes are going to be for my car, my fucking this and that, right? All my local taxes, school tax. And then at a slightly larger level, I get to choose who is my congressional representative. And then we all at the state level choose who the governor is. And we all focus on our state representatives. This person is my person who fights with the governor. The whole state chose one of two people, the Republican or the Democrat. Fuck that. I don't like Republicans. I don't like Democrats. Now, I know Bob. I know him. He's kind of an asshole, but he's honest. So I want Bob to go and tell the governor to fuck off. I want Bob to fight for me with the governor. And all those people choose who the senator is. So my local guy, he fights for me for the Senate seat because there's only 2. And my local guy is a congressman who fights the president. I got someone to fight the governor, and I got someone to fight the president. Boom. Now, when we elect the president, I don't want primaries. Fuck primaries. Primaries are stupid.
Absolutely.
Stupid. We're going to do like France does. Everybody runs. Vote. Everybody votes. Take the top 2 or the top 3 people and have them run against each other and have a second election. Ross Perot had a higher favorability factor than George Bush or Bill Clinton. But no one voted for George Bush. No one voted for Bill Clinton. People voted against George Bush or against Bill Clinton. They're like, I like Ross Perot, but I'm not going to deal with that fucking Democrat, so I'm going to vote for George Bush. I like Ross Perot, but you know what? I don't want that fucking George Bush back in office, so I'm going to vote for Bill Clinton. Right? If we had a runoff election, it would have been between, statistically speaking, it would have been between Bill Clinton and Ross Perot.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross Perot probably would have been president, who was not a Republican, not a Democrat, and every fucking prediction he made came true.
All right.
I hate to cut y'all off here, but I just got a fax from the Big Brother saying that I need to go to bed or I will be grounded. So,
Okay.
Ooh.
thank y'all, and thank all of y'all for for coming on my stream and saying hi and stopping by and telling me you hate me. And remember, send me a lot of love. Send Doc and Jacoby a lot of love. Doc,
Can I ask one tiny favor?
Yeah.
Before we bounce, can you throw a link to my Twitter so that if Ominous or anyone else would want to message me and continue a conversation, more than welcome to.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
If that's okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I can't leave comments.
You want to do it on your channel?
Oh,
on your.
I don't care. I was just saying, I didn't want to.
I don't want to leave this going up because I don't want to. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want to leave this up because I don't want it to I don't want to fall asleep or something.
Right.
Fall asleep or something, and then.
I'll tell you what, Splatter. Let me know when another one of these things come on. You've convinced me.
I have to go to bed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Boom. Just that. Just toss that link up and then go offline, brother. Oh wait, thank you for bringing me back. I missed you.
No problem. No problem. I missed you too.
I know I've been busy, and you've been busy being a badass. I've been busy dealing with politicians, but I missed you, brother.
This really is a pride stream.
It is. As different as his politics are from people that share his stuff, all about it. Yes. Doc J is on UT1 on Twitter.
Yeah. Do you have Twitter?
I sent you a link in private chat.
Okay.
Just throw that on the stream, and then, dude, go to bed. You have a busy day of being a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of sleep.
Oh yes, I know, but I can't. Listen.
But not beauty sleep, because look at him.
Did you put it in private chat?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't see it. Hold on.
Well, Doc J, thank you for the opportunity. I think you've got some very interesting views, and I always love to hear people with more experience than me and some of their opinions on things. So I hope I'll get to talk to you in the future, and as long as Splatter lets me know when the next stream is, then absolutely I wouldn't mind joining it all. But I would love to hear a little bit more of Splatter too, because he was a little today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I was quiet is because I don't know what I was saying when it comes to all that stuff. So I tend to stay out of it.
Yeah, whenever
Sure.
we get on to politics, I kind of take over. My apologies.
I get it. I'm a little bit of a history buff, but honestly, a lot of the time I'm more on the simplistic ideologies and moral backgrounds than what exactly JFK, put in his sandwich.
We agree on 85%.
Mhm.
I just think we might focus too much on the 15% we disagree on.
Exactly.
my
That's the
general
fun
rule for
stuff.
life.
All right.
Yeah.
So
All
the
right,
link.
sorry, Splatter.
That's all right. No, the link to Doc's Twitter is in the what do you call it? Is in the private chat. If you can make a Twitter account, I know you don't like.
I hate it.
I know. I think everybody on this panel kind of hates Twitter.
It
I
is
just
the
have
best
it.
email, though.
Yeah. What?
There we go. Well, thank you. I am on Twitter, sadly, and it is not any fun.
Yeah.
I
You
hate
are
it.
followed.
But I do get to piss off Republicans and Democrats.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I will let y'all go. Sorry to end the broadcast like this.
Oh,
It's
no.
just,
Sorry to drag it
Absolutely.
out.
Makes sense.
There's a reason why I'm the rambling Doc J.
Right. Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming on the stream. Thank everybody for
yeah.
watching. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
All right, thank
Bye,
you,
man.
sir.